This is a 10-minute workout. You need a Pilates ball. If you do not have a Pilates ball, you can use a beach ball about 9 inches wide and have it a little bit deflated. You don't want to have it blown up really strong. The whole practice is on the ground, and we're going to start lying on your side. You're going to have the ball behind your top knee. And get your upper body comfortable. It doesn't matter what your upper body is doing, if you're on your elbow or resting. And we're going to begin with this knee bent. You want to hold the ball by squeezing your leg a little bit the whole time. And that's what keeps the muscles engaged. And then you're just going to begin by doing leg lifts. You just lift that whole leg up as one unit. And we're going to do 3 minutes each leg. So you're just lifting it up as one unit. I actually was teaching this morning, so it'll be interesting to see how painful it gets. Lifting it up as one unit. 3 more, 2, 1. Now you're going to take that top leg behind you. Lift it behind. Don't let it drop. Hold it up. And then you're going to do little pulses. So it feels like you're pushing the knee behind you, but if you look down, it's really just going to be in line because your leg doesn't go back further in this position, but you're going to feel like you're actively pushing it behind you the whole time. And it just changes the section of the muscle that we're working. So keep pushing behind as you do these little pulses the whole time. You got it. You got it. And then you're going to take, while you're still doing that, don't drop your leg at any point. You're going to take your bottom knee and take it forward until it's in front of your hip. Okay, in front of your hip. Then bring that top knee and tap your knee to your knee and your toe to your toe. Keep squeezing that ball. Keep squeezing the ball. So it doesn't have to be your toe exactly, but you're dropping your knee. Now you can just rock between the two to make it easier. If you want to work harder and get more benefit, you're going to lift it up in between. Lifting it up in between. Again, you want to hold on to the ball. And don't worry if you drop the ball. When I teach this in class, balls are always flying all over the place because when you start to fatigue, sometimes you drop it. It's all good. You just take it, put it back in, and keep going. Okay, last 3, 2, 1. Now from here, you're going to hold it up and just do little pulses. This is what I call the Charlie horse. So you're just squeezing the ball with your calf. So you're not really squeezing the upper thigh at all. You're just squeezing the calf down and pulsing the ball. Okay, and now you're going to straighten your leg out, which should feel good to straighten it out to stretch the back of the leg, but then you're going to do pulses, which won't feel good. So we're balancing it out here. The higher your leg is more directly in front of your hip, the harder you're working, okay? So if it's down here, this is a little bit easier, and then up here is a little bit harder. So find the range that works for you, right? If you're not ready to take it up high, then keep it a bit lower. That's easier. Obviously, if you were pregnant, you wouldn't have it up high either. And there's a whole bunch of reasons why you might not want to have your leg high. So listen to your body, but this is definitely a more challenging position. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax it. Great job. So maybe you pull your knee in, stretch the back. I wouldn't suggest a figure 4 because the muscle's really tight right now and that could actually hurt a little bit. Just pull your knee in. And then we're going to move to the other side straight away. So the ball goes behind your top knee and you're just doing regular lifts, lifting it up, keeping the ball squeezed the whole time. And if your leg starts to cramp and the ball's too much, then you could do any move we're doing with a straight leg. Now you're going to take that leg behind you. It's going to feel like you're really pushing it behind, but you look down and you'll actually see it's just in line with your body. And you might not even be able to get that knee behind your hip. That's okay. You just want to have that sensation of pushing it back behind you as you do the pulses. It's easier for balance to have your bottom knee forward a little bit of that leg. In other words, you're not doing this. This is really awkward and it compacts your lower back. So keep that front leg forward. Keep your hips stacked so they're on top of each other so you're not leaning back. You got it. Okay, now that bottom knee is going to come up in front of your hip. Bring that top leg to match it and then tap knee to knee, toe to toe, approximately. It doesn't matter if your toe is not going to touch your toe. It probably won't because you're squeezing the ball. And remember, the higher you lift it in between, the harder you're working. So you're probably starting to hurt a bit here. Stay with me. You're more than halfway. You're almost done. Okay, now we're going to do the Charlie horse. So take the knee up and then just pulse your foot to squeeze the ball. So all you're really thinking about is squeezing the ball here. Little pulses. You could do it slow, more controlled, or you could do it faster. It's up to you. The muscles are engaging to squeeze the ball, and then you're going to get a nice little stretch, which right now should feel really good as you straighten the leg out in front of you. Oh, it's a relief. And then we counter that with doing pulses. So don't let the foot touch the ground. This is the hardest exercise we do because your leg is directly out in front of you, and that makes it a lot harder than doing a regular leg lift down here. But you've only got 10 seconds left. So stay with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Well done. Well done. Okay. So now we're going to do our obliques. Okay. So we're going to do 10 counts of this exercise. This one's a little bit interesting, but it's my favorite oblique exercise. So face the front. You're lying on your side. Put the ball in the squishy bit, so between your hip bone and your rib. So put it in your waist. And then you're going to lift your knees off the ground. So a lot of times I see people do the opposite and they're doing this. That doesn't work. Your feet are on the ground, your knees are off the ground. And then you're going to do a full twist, and the ball gives you a little support. So you're doing a full twist. Now it's a little uncomfortable right here. So that's how you know you're doing it right. If you have bony tush, then lean back and get on the flat bit a little more. And then you're lifting with your heart. You're lifting with your heart directly towards your feet. So you're in a slight twist. You should feel this in your top oblique. If you don't feel this, twist a little more. Don't hunch. You want to be lifting with your heart. Don't lift with your head. Now, if this doesn't work for your body, then you're straight forward doing a V-sit, and you just use the ball as support, but you're not sitting back on it, okay? So I'm assuming you've already started this, so I'm going to count from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's really effective. You should feel it here. Okay, now stay on the same side. Come down onto your elbow. Option 1, your legs are bent and you just move your legs. Your upper body doesn't move. And you're moving your hand to touch your knees and then lower your knees back down. That's option 1. Option 2 is you bring your legs straight and you bring your legs up to touch the ball and then you drop them down. Option 3 is you move your upper body and your lower body both to meet each other. So notice how I'm coming up off my elbow and then coming back down. That's the hardest option. Option 1 you just bring your knees up and then you bring back down. Option 2, just your feet. Option 3, upper body and feet move to meet each other. Either way, you're leaning back a little bit, and the leaning back is what engages the core. If you're on your side, it won't engage the core at all. We're going to do 10. Let's do them together, starting now. 10, 9, 8, just do the best you can. You'll get better at it. 7, 6, 5, 4, you're almost done. 3, 2, 1. Great job. So you're completely done with that side. Now we'll do the other side and then you're done. So you're facing the other side now. The ball goes in the squishy bit at your waist. Your knees are off the ground. Your feet are on the ground. You're in a full twist. You're lifting with your heart. So it's not like you don't hunch down. I never teach sit-ups where you're hunching and compromising your alignment. So you're lifting with your heart. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if because of my explanation the count's a bit off, don't worry about it. You can do your own count as you get to know the exercises, or you can be a little bit off. Okay, option 1, just lift your knees. Option 2, just lift your legs. Option 3, you come up from your upper body and your legs. So you're lifting up off your elbow and down. You are leaning back so your core is engaged. If you're on the side, you will not engage your core. Well, let's begin. 10 and then you're done. So stay with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. That was it. 10 minutes with a Pilates ball. Great job.